We're all susceptible to unhealthy thought patterns when we're stressed. In this video, I'm going to help you identify unhealthy thought patterns in your life, and I'm going to give you 4 tools to help break free from it. Hi, I'm Rosanne Clay, and I'm helping you deliberately create a life you love. There's a bunch of unhealthy thought patterns that negatively impact our lives. Using phrases like I should have, perfectionism, criticizing ourselves, criticizing others, blaming others, exaggerating the negative. All these things contribute to mental fatigue and greater anxiety. And they're often caused during times of low self-love and low self-acceptance. But how do we catch them out? The first part of identifying an unhealthy thought pattern is to notice what's happening in your body. Often your body tells you what's wrong long before your mind is aware of it. Noticing whether you have things like butterflies in your stomach, a headache, back pain, all these sorts of things can help you become more aware of what you're actually feeling. So when you notice a physical symptom, start asking yourself, what is the anxiety here? What is the stress here? What's the unhealthy thought pattern that's going on? Often writing it down, so journaling, can really help to identify what those thoughts are and start looking for the patterns. Notice what you're telling yourself. Are you saying things like, oh, I think that could have been misconstrued, or oh, I feel so awkward about this? Often it comes down to worrying about something we did, something that's going to happen in the future, trying to work out how to change ourselves, or trying to work out how to change someone else. Once you've identified what the unhealthy pattern is, here are 4 great tools that can help you to break free from the pattern. Affirmations. Affirmations are a powerful tool to use in your quiet time. Repeating a phrase that empowers you, something positive, really helps to retrain your brain so that you're regularly thinking of something positive rather than thinking of something negative. Using affirmations that help to lift up your sense of self-love and sense of self-acceptance so that you're not as easily triggered when you're in those low moments of self-love and self-acceptance. Use phrases like, I am open to loving myself. I love myself wholly and completely. I am highly valued. I am accepting of myself. I am who I am, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with every part of me. I'm happy with all parts of me. Now, if you're struggling to say these sorts of affirmations, starting your phrases with things like I am open to, or I am ready to, or I'm willing to. So saying something like, I am open to loving myself. I am ready to accept myself wholly and completely. That can prime your mind so that you become more open to loving yourself and more open to accepting yourself. Ask better questions. Do you notice when you do something dumb or you say something really silly, you begin to ask yourself questions like, oh, why did I do that? Oh, why did that happen? These are actually negative questions because your brain is really primed to answering whatever questions you give it. And often we get stuck in asking negative questions, so we produce a lot of negative answers. And of course, that is training your brain to think negatively. What you want to do is actually ask better questions, more empowering questions, positive questions, because your brain, because it loves answering questions, will think of positive solutions and positive answers. So when you think that you've done something dumb, instead of asking, why did I do that? You can say, well, what really worked about that situation? Well, what am I happy with in that situation? And that changes your brain. It changes the focus to think about something positive and think of the things that you did do right or the things that did go well in that situation. And that really helps change your brain and retrain your brain. So the other thing is when you're thinking of what will happen in the future, because often we have a lot of stress and a lot of unhealthy patterns about how we're going to play out the future, again, think of why questions that are in the positive. So why will that work? Why is that going to come out in the best situation for me? And your brain is actually going to start to go into overtime and think, well, actually, yeah, why will that work? And why will I come out on top there? And why will I actually look more empowered there or feel better in that situation? Ask yourself better questions. Meditation. Now this one is already in your toolkit and you know that I'm a huge fan of it. I want you to think about why you go to the gym or why you do certain exercises. I love to lift weights so that I can lift heavier things. When there are big boxes, I'm not afraid of them. I know that I'm not going to strain my back. I'm actually going to be fit enough to do it. Now this is the same for your brain. Meditation is brain gym. You are learning to control your brain so that when you're in the thick of it, when you're in the deepest upset, you are able to pull yourself out of it because you have full control over your brain. Meditation can be as simple as focusing on a candle for 15 minutes. It could be closing your eyes and listening to the sound of an engine humming, or focusing on your breath. It could be anything monotonous where you have to just focus on one thing. It really is about training your brain to not get distracted, so that when you're upset, you have trained your brain to focus on what you want, not focus on what your subconscious mind and your subconscious filters are automatically pulling you towards. So meditation is super powerful. I can't stress it enough. 15 minutes a day will change your life. Tapping. The fourth tool today that I'm offering you is tapping. And that's because it's one of these very quick and easy tools that will effectively and efficiently get you out of a very stuck place. When you're in a very dark moment, just 3 rounds of tapping can really boost you out and lift you to a place where you're able to think more clearly. If you want to learn how to use tapping, I have a great video for one of these unhealthy thought patterns, which is I'm ugly. Check it out here. I'll leave the link in the description as well. Okay, so that's 4 easy tools that you can use to help you break free from any unhealthy thought pattern. Affirmations, asking better questions, tapping, and meditation. I hope you found this video really useful, and if you did, please hit the like button so that other people can also get value from this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time.